In English, you could ask, was the party fun? Or you could ask, did you have a good time? And hopefully you respond, it was fun. I had a great time. Do you ever wonder, how do you correctly use was, did, had? Let's fix that today. You'll learn everything you need to correctly use was, did, and had in English. Welcome back to JForrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. Which sentence is correct? A, was she tired after the presentation? B, did she tired after the presentation? The correct answer is A. Now, of course, was is the past simple of be. And in the past simple, there are two options. I, he, she, it, was, you, we, they, were. And I'm explaining that because you need to understand the core phrase, which is to be tired. And in the past simple affirmative, with the verb to be, we use subject plus was or were. She was tired after the presentation. They were tired after the presentation. Don't worry about taking these notes. I summarize everything in a free lesson PDF. You can find the link in the description. And in the past simple negative, you need subject plus was, were, plus not. Often this will be a contraction. She wasn't tired after the presentation. They weren't tired after the presentation. And as a past simple question, was, were, plus subject. Was she tired after the presentation? Were they tired after the presentation? So here it's important to know that tired is an adjective. And it's not do plus adjective. It's be plus adjective. Which sentence is correct? A, did you went to the meeting yesterday? B, did you go to the meeting yesterday? The correct answer is B, did you go? Now, the main verb here is to go. And in the past simple question form, we need did as the auxiliary verb. Did plus subject plus base verb. Did you go? Did you watch a movie last night? To answer negatively, what would you say? No, I didn't watch a movie. So the structure is subject plus did plus not, that contraction, didn't, plus base verb. And to answer positively, yes, I watched a movie. So the past simple affirmative is subject plus past verb. So it's either an ED or an irregular verb. Which sentence is correct? A, I watched a movie. B, I did watch a movie. Well, both are correct. I watched a movie. This is the past simple. You already know the structure. I did watch a movie is grammatically correct because this is the emphatic past simple. Now, we only use the emphatic past simple to clarify or emphasize. It's not that commonly used, but it is possible. For example, if someone says, you didn't watch the movie, right? So they're assuming information, but you want to clarify. You could say, actually, I did watch it. And you can add to that, sorry, I was bored, because it's to be bored. Bored is the adjective, so you need the verb be. Or you can simply use the past simple and say, actually, I watched it. So if you ever see I did watch it, I did go, that is grammatical. It's the emphatic past simple. Which is correct? A, we had a great time. B, we did a great time. It's A, we had a great time. So here the structure is to have. Have is your main verb. An, adjective, in this case great, and then time. Now, this is a fixed expression. You simply have to memorize expressions that use be, do, have, and this expression uses have. So in the past, you could say, we had a terrible time at the party. So you can use any adjective, positive or negative. Or you could say, she had an enjoyable day at the beach. So day represents time. Which is correct? A, had you a great time at the party? B, did you have a great time at the party? The correct answer is B. Remember, our structure is still to have, an, adjective, time. That's the structure. So in the past simple question form, you need did as your auxiliary verb, the subject, and then the base verb. Did you have? And then the rest of the structure. You might ask, did the kids have an exciting afternoon at the amusement park? And then you can reply back positively and say, oh yes, they had a blast. So I answered with a different expression. And this expression is to have a blast. But a blast means a great time. Which is correct? A, he wasn't late. B, he didn't late. The correct answer is A, he wasn't late. So the base structure is to be late. So you could say he was late in the positive, he wasn't late in the negative, and in question, was he late? Now you cannot say he didn't late. But you could change it and say he didn't arrive late, because here the verb is now to arrive. So in the positive, he arrived late. In the negative, he didn't arrive late. And as a question, did he arrive late? Which is correct? A, I was at the office yesterday. B, I did at the office yesterday. The correct answer is A. So here we have to be plus location. She was at home. They were at the restaurant. But you could change the structure and use do plus tasks. For example, I did the paperwork while I was at the office yesterday. Or did you buy paper when you were at the store yesterday? Which is correct? A, I did some chores yesterday. B, I had some chores yesterday. Do you know? Well, both are correct because you can do chores. This means to perform or complete chores. So I'm actually scrubbing the toilet. I'm doing chores. To have chores, this means that you're responsible for chores. So someone assigned me the chore of scrubbing the toilet. So I could say, I had a long list of chores yesterday, but I didn't do any of them. Just because you have chores doesn't mean that they'll get done. We all know there are many chores we have, but that we haven't done. Which is correct? A, I had a dog when I was a child. B, I was having a dog when I was a child. The correct answer is A. Our verb is, of course, had to show possession in the past. And remember, the verb have, when it represents possession, it's a state of verb, which means it doesn't go in the ing form. You would say, she had a car before she got her license, or they had a house downtown when they first met. To make these negatives, she didn't have a car before she got her license, or as a question, did she have a car before she got her license? Which is correct? A, she had a great time when you called. B, she was having a great time when you called. The correct answer is B. This is the past continuous and is for a past action in progress. Now, when have is for possession, it's a state of verb. But when have represents an experience, it's a regular verb, which means you can put it in the ing form. So you would say, I had a cat when I was a kid, because that's possession. You could say, I was having the weirdest dream when the alarm went off. So in this case, I'm experiencing the dream. I'm not possessing it. And that's why it can be in the ing form. You can absolutely say she had a great time at the party last night. You would simply use the past simple to show a completed past action. Which is correct? A, she was born in Italy. B, she did born in Italy. Hopefully you know that A is correct because it's to be born. I was born in 1990. Was your daughter born in this hospital too? Or as a negative, she wasn't born here. Which is correct? A, why did you cancel the order? B, why was you cancel the order? The correct answer is A. The verb is to cancel, and this is an active verb. Why did you cancel the order? Now, you could use a different structure to be canceled, which is the passive form. Why was the order canceled? But you cannot say, why was you canceled the order? In the active voice, you could ask, when did you submit the report? In the passive, when was the report submitted? Which is correct? A, had you eaten before the workshop began? B, did you eaten before the workshop began? The correct answer is A. This is the past perfect. It's for an earlier past action. So the structure is subject plus had plus past participle. He had saved the data before the crash. In the negative, subject plus had plus not plus past participle. He hadn't saved the data before the crash. And in question form, had plus subject plus past participle. Had he saved the data before the crash? Which is correct? A, the software update did successful. B, the software update was successful. The correct answer is B, because the structure is to be successful. You could say, this lesson was successful. You could also say, my students had success with this lesson. So notice here, I'm using the verb have, but I'm using a noun to have success with something. Now, because here have is the main verb, in a question form, I would ask, did you have success with the new software? More commonly, you would ask, were you successful? To be successful, were you successful with the new software? Do you want me to keep helping you with your grammar? If you do, put put more in the comments below. And of course, make sure you like this lesson, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And here's another lesson I know you'll love. Watch it now.